After the biggest game and the biggest result in Southampton's history, a 3-2 aggregate victory over Real Madrid in the Champions League means we have been drawn against Manchester City in an all-English quarter-final. Elsewhere, with City topping the Premier League table but with just 3 points separating us and them with 8 games remaining, the race to Premier League glory is still on. And with us beating West Brom 1-0 at home courtesy to a late first-half goal from Jeremy Doku, it's time for the first leg tie in the Champions League against Manchester City. And Doku continues his fine form, securing a goal for us. It's 1-1 here in the first leg, and it puts us in a pretty decent position to bring the game back to St Mary's. 6 goals in 7 Champions League appearances and 16 goals in 26 Premier League appearances. This man has been absolutely sensational this season and has well and truly established himself as not only our best player, but a potential world superstar as well. However, with him only having 1 year and 3 months left on his contract and his market value now up to a whopping £118.5 million, we have to lock him down for the foreseeable future. And with him deciding to accept a 4-year contract extension and a massive salary increase, we do manage to tie him down. And bearing in mind I'm expecting plenty of teams to be sniffing around for his signature come the summer, a contract of 5 years and 3 months will at least ensure that we get the proper market value for him. A late Onuachu goal rescues a point for us at St Mary's in a 2-2 draw against Everton, but with us now slipping down to 4th place in the Premier League, are our title hopes beginning to fade. However, it is now the Champions League quarter-final. It is 1-1, and it is the opportunity to put ourselves into the semi-finals. Into Renato Sanchez. Sanchez releases Broja, and Broja into the box, and Broja to put us into the lead. Well, the fans go absolutely berserk, and you can see why. 5 minutes in, and Manchester City have completely fallen asleep. What on earth is going on? Broja says thank you very much. We say thank you very much. It's 2-1 on aggregate. Yazabal. It's for Fuentes on the right-hand side into Bustos. He strikes, he scores. Manchester City, just 4 minutes later, are straight back in this game. Sanchez into Guendouzi. Lovely turn. Oh, that is beautiful to just skip away from the challenge of the defender. Into Renato Sanchez. Looks for Broja again. Manchester City seem to have fallen asleep at the back. Broja across the box. Looking for the final touch, just couldn't get there. Jeremy Doku looks for Kyle Walker-Peters. It's been a lightning start so far here in the opening 25 minutes at the St Mary's Stadium as we try and whip a ball in, and Edison gets there first. Kyle Walker-Peters will go again. Whips another ball in. Looking for Kalmadine Sulemana, couldn't find him. Broja into Jeremy Doku. Jeremy Doku has acres of space. The Manchester City players have fallen asleep yet again. Doku puts us 2-1 up here. Well, it is end to end here in this first half, and Jeremy Doku with the pace to get away from the defender and just dinked it over the top of Edison. Pep Guardiola is gutted. 2-1, 3-2 on aggregate. Sanchez. Guendouzi building out from the back here as Jeremy Doku picks it up on the right hand side, drives forward, unopposed. Beautiful stuff here from the main man. Into Dani Olmo. Can he release Broja? He can. This is sensational. Can Broja skip away? He can! Oh my word, that is absolutely beautiful. Well, he celebrates wildly, and rightly so, because that was the best goal of the game. We built out from the back. We completely ripped apart Manchester City's midfield and defence, and Broja muscled past the defender, just dinked it under the arms of Edison, and he's given us a 4-2 lead on aggregate. Broja's come deep. Broja finds Kyle Walker-Peters. Can he find a ball into Jeremy Doku? He can. Can he find a ball into the box? He can. Looking for Kalmadine Sulemana, but he cannot find him. Rodri for City. Into Foden. They go on the attack here. It's their first real attack of the second half, and Foden just skips away from the challenge of my centre-back. Continues his run. Kyle Walker-Peters trying to chase him down. Can't do a good enough job. It's into Bustos. Lovely stuff. Bazunu to the rescue. Bentancur to take this corner for Manchester City. Just over an hour played here, and they've definitely ramped up the pressure in the second half, but Bazunu makes that one look easy. Dani Olmo into Renato Sanchez. He's got space to run into here in the centre. Completely unopposed. Continues his run. Fires a strike. Big save from Edison. Into Renato Sanchez yet again. He brings it forward. Looks for Dani Olmo. Lovely turn. Can he strike? He can! And he surely now puts the game to bed. Well, it was all about the touch, the turn from Dani Olmo. Look at that. And then look at the finish. Gave Edison absolutely no chance whatsoever. Yazabal for City now. Trying to bring the ball forward. Surely just looking for a consolation goal here in stoppage time. Rodri tried to fire a ball through. And eventually it manages to get through to Grealish. Bazunu just... Oh my word, what is going on here? It's on the line. And Bazunu picks it up as the referee blows the whistle for full time. Well, an extraordinary way to end this game. Manchester City players cannot believe it. Shell-shocked here at St Mary's. The crowd go absolutely wild at full time. 4-1. 5-2 on aggregate. And after following it up with a big win away from home against Watford courtesy of a late goal from Jeremy Doku yet again, after beating the other Manchester team 3-2 on aggregate, we will be facing Spanish giants Barcelona in the Champions League semi-final. And with us heading over to the Nou Camp for the first leg, it is not good news. Beaten at the death with a goal in the 86th minute. Barcelona take a 2-1 lead heading into the second leg. A heavily rotated team in the Premier League still manages to carve out a 2-0 win against Burnley, but with us only having 4 games remaining to play and being 12 points behind top of the table Spurs, it looks like our title run is well and truly over. However, 2-1 down in front of our home fans, it is the moment you've all been waiting for. It is the second leg, Champions League semi-final against Barcelona, and the objective is very simple: win the game or we are out. Barcelona into Rodrigo. Rodrigo strikes Bazunu with a big save as Barcelona look to start this game off on fire. Jeremy Doku has an overlapping run of Livramento on the right hand side, manages to find him, continues his run. Can I try and cut this one back to Jeremy Doku? Yes I can. Looks for Renato Sanchez. He finds Dani Olmo, strikes, and it's easy in the end for ter Stegen. Pedri into Osimhen, into Rodrigo, into Frenkie de Jong. Oh, beautiful footwork to skip away from the defender, and that is nothing short of sensational. Well, we can have absolutely no complaints about that. Frenkie de Jong showing his class. Quick feet, managed to wriggle away from Joe Gomez, and look at this for a strike with the outside of the boot. Just curled it past Bazunu, gave him no chance. And now we have an absolute mountain to climb. Dani Olmo brings it forward. Armando Broja looks for Jeremy Doku out on the right hand side. Good play. Go back to Renato Sanchez. He brings the ball forward, continues his run. Renato Sanchez into Broja. Broja, it's 1-1, 3-2 on aggregate. And just like that, we are right back in this game. Barcelona have a corner here. 36 minutes played, and it looks like they're going to go short. End-to-end stuff here in this first half as both teams look to try and get a foothold onto this game. Pedri takes it down beautifully, trying to skip away from the challenge of Jeremy Doku. Ferran Torres back into Pedri, drives into the box, looks for Frenkie de Jong. Bazunu on hand to save us. Osimhen for Barcelona, lovely pass into Rodrigo. Will he take it first time? No, he won't. Bazunu with another big save into Broja. Broja going to look for a ball to Dani Olmo. Finds Kalmadine Sulemana. Beautiful play. Kalmadine Sulemana. Oh, he was inches away from putting us level. Doku will take the resulting corner. We've started off this second half really well. Joe Gomez almost got to the header there, but it's back out to Kalmadine Sulemana. He finds Renato Sanchez. Turns. Tries to strike. Good interception. Jeremy Doku into Renato Sanchez. Beautiful touch and turn into Armando Broja. He drives into the box. Ball across. Looking for Kalmadine Sulemana. He looks for the back of the net, and he finds the back of the net. A fine goal. We are level at St Mary's. Renato Sanchez to bring the ball forward, and just like that now, we are in the ascendancy, and we look like the most likely team to go ahead and try and win this one. Guendouzi into Dani Olmo, looks for Kalmadine Sulemana. The overlapping run of Truffert, tries to bring it back to Kalmadine Sulemana, who strikes. Good defending, and another block. Barcelona get it clear. Jeremy Doku into Kalmadine Sulemana, into Dani Olmo, into the back of the net, and somehow, some way, we've turned this game on its head. The fans go absolutely wild. Oh my word, this is absolutely sensational. Beautiful one-touch play there, and Dani Olmo, the man who I brought in to give us that Champions League experience, has popped up just at the right time, just when I needed him to. And he puts us in the lead here on aggregate. We have less than 15 minutes plus stoppage time to hold on here for what will be a monumental victory. Truffert into Dani Olmo. Dani Olmo has options here. He finds Armando Broja. He finds the back of the net. What on earth is happening at St Mary's? From 1-0 down to 4-1 up. Barcelona have completely and utterly fallen apart. My players have stepped up. They've risen to the occasion. They've powered strikes into the back of the net. We lead 4-1. Renato Sanchez into Dani Olmo. What is going on with Barcelona? They've completely fallen apart as Kalmadine Sulemana gets another one. What is happening? I have never seen anything quite like this. Barcelona looked like they were going to run away with it in the opening 20 minutes of the first half. And my word, they have totally fallen apart. We've scored 5. Rodrigo trying to get at least a consolation goal here for Barcelona. Osimhen with a beautiful piece of play, and it's just headed off the line there by Livramento. The referee, though, blows the whistle for full time. Xavi looks absolutely shell-shocked. Pedri looks shell-shocked. The entire Barcelona team look absolutely shell-shocked. I don't know what on earth is going on. I play on Legendary, but for some reason Barcelona in that second half look like complete and utter amateurs. And I cannot believe I'm saying this, but at full time it's 5-1, 6-3 on aggregate. And after beating Juventus 4-2, we will play PSG in the Champions League final. A ridiculous board expectation fulfilled, and regardless of the outcome of the final, these boys can be incredibly proud of their performances. And after a series of strong results to finish off the season, it is in third place that we end up in the Premier League, 79 points to our name. Unfortunately, 11 points off table toppers Spurs in the end, but at least we will be playing Champions League football next season. But speaking of the Champions League, here we go. This is it. It all boils down to this game. It is the Champions League final. Joe Gomez to lead us out as we will be facing PSG in the biggest game in Southampton's history. Sulemana into Broja. Broja finds Dani Olmo. Can he release Kalmadine Sulemana? Yes, he can. And Kalmadine Sulemana has the pace to get into the box. Across into the star man, Jeremy Doku. And within 10 minutes, we have taken the lead in the Champions League final. Donnarumma cannot believe it. He shakes his head in complete and utter disapproval of his defence. But it's my two star attackers, Kalmadine Sulemana and, of course, Jeremy Doku, who combine. And he powers a strike into an empty net. Southampton have the lead. Broja into Livramento on the right-hand side. He's still got options across. Can he find a ball? No, he can't. He had two men in the box. Should have made more of it. Mbappe now the danger man, of course, for PSG. Twisting, turning, weaving away from my defenders and finds a ball into Danny Loader, into Cunha. Cunha strikes, Cunha scores. Brilliant goal. They are back on level terms. Jones into Mbappe. Oh, look at this. Mbappe is released. He's kept up with Livramento, but Namasso now in. What a massive save from Bazunu. Llorente to bring it forward, looking for a pass. Beautiful pass into Cunha, and yet again, Bazunu is there to save our skin. Kalmadine Sulemana on the break, finds a ball to Dani Olmo. He releases Kalmadine Sulemana yet again, and yet again he's got the pace to drive into the box. Going to go it alone this time. Oh, he's ballooned it over the bar. Dani Olmo under a bit of pressure gives the ball away high up the field, and PSG release Mbappe into Danny Loader. What a strike, and it's another fantastic goal, and PSG have turned this tie on its head. From 1-0 down inside the opening 10 minutes to 2-1 up at the start of the second half. That is a fantastic finish. Gave Bazunu no chance. PSG lead. Renato Sanchez. Jeremy Doku finds Renato Sanchez again. Can he feed in Broja? He can. Broja skips away from two challenges. Continues. Jeremy Doku is offside. Joe Gomez out to Adrian DG into Guendouzi. Guendouzi's going to try and find Kalmadine Sulemana. Does a very good job of doing so. He drives down the left-hand side. Whips a good ball in. Looking for Jeremy Doku. Just couldn't get his head on it at the back post. Cunha for PSG. We've got less than 30 minutes here to try and see if we can get an equaliser, but it's PSG who are looking the more likely to score. Barr drives into the box, tries to go past Bella Kotchup. Fantastic defending. And with us only having 20 minutes on the clock here, I'm calling in the cavalry. Onuachu comes on, as does Skov Olsen, the man who's probably going to be departing in the summer. We switch into a 4-2-3-1. It's all out attack. Into Jeremy Doku. Can I try and release Onuachu over the top? It's a beautiful ball into him. Heads it down. One-on-one with Christian Romero. Tries to play a ball across. Well blocked off. Still manages to keep hold of it, though. Skov Olsen. He turns. He strikes. Big save. Jeremy Doku with the resulting corner. Good ball in. Looking for the header. Joe Gomez. Another huge save from Donnarumma. Joe Gomez can't believe it. Less than 5 minutes remaining, plus stoppage time on the clock, and so far PSG at the back have been a wall that I have not been able to penetrate. As Ravella brings the ball forward, hacked down by Jeremy Doku, but he continues to play the ball forward, and we give it away to Llorente. Into Jones. Well defended by Bella Kotchup. Gives it to Skov Olsen. We've got stoppage time remaining here. Can Jeremy Doku whip a ball over into the path of Onuachu? It's a sensational ball. He brings it down. Onuachu strikes. Oh my word, it's absolutely unbelievable. Look at the celebrations. Onuachu can't believe it. The fans, the players, Adrian DG celebrating with the players. We all cannot believe it. With just seconds remaining on the clock, Jeremy Doku with a fabulous ball. And look at this from a finish from the forgotten man this season. Onuachu has stepped up when I needed him to. He brings us level, and it will be Mbappe to kick off what will be extra time here in the Champions League final. 2-2, both teams desperate to get a goal. Who is going to win this final? Callum Hudson-Odoi into Skov Olsen. He finds Jeremy Doku. He's got an option of Livramento on the right-hand side. Whips a good ball in. Goes over the top. Donnarumma just about manages to hold on to it. Dani Olmo into Joe Gomez. As you will see, we fast-forwarded into the second half here because there has literally been no action in the first. Both teams terrified to lose this game as we give the ball away and PSG to bring it forward. Down to Callum Hudson-Odoi. Releases Onuachu. Looking for the run of Skov Olsen. Almost inches away from playing it through to him. Cunha Into Basuma now for PSG. Only minutes, seconds remaining here in stoppage time. It's Ravella, ball over the top, out to the left-hand side. It's one-on-one here with Livramento. Can't get past Livramento. Surely the referee's going to blow the whistle. He does. And it is penalties in the Champions League final. And it's going to be Mbappe who's going to step up first for PSG. Sends the keeper the wrong way. 1-0. Onuachu here to take our first penalty. I'm going to go to the left-hand side. And we send the keeper the wrong way, as well as Mbappe. Here we go. It's Kuna to step up here for the second PSG penalty. That is beautiful. Just dinked it over Basunu. Made him look silly. And it's 2-1 PSG. Guendouzi's going to go to the bottom right-hand corner. Donnarumma was rooted to the spot. 2-2. Fantastic penalties from both teams so far in this game as Basunu saved Ravella's penalty. And if we score here with Dani Olmo, I'm going to go straight down the middle. Oh, we do not score. And it's back to 2-2 here. It's Ginter to step up. Brilliant, brilliant penalty. Basunu went the right way, but it was such a good penalty. Oh, I've completely messed this up. Oh, I've completely messed it up. Scovolson balloons it over the bar. And this is the moment for PSG to step up here and to win the Champions League, but Basunu saves. Fantastic stuff. It is Callum Hudson-Odoi, the former Chelsea man, to step up when I need him to. He's going to send the keeper, hopefully the wrong way. He doesn't, but it is good enough to put it into the bottom left-hand corner. It's Llorente now. 3-3 the scores. Sends Basunu the wrong way here. And who is it going to be? It's going to be Truffert to step up. Truffert to step up here for Southampton. I'm going to go to the bottom right-hand corner. We still remain in this game, my word. It is going down to sudden death here. He's Basuna, the former Spurs man. Goes to the right. And who is it going to be? It's going to be our star man, Jeremy Doku. Surely this man will keep us in the game here. Jeremy Doku! Oh, my word, I do not believe it. Donnarumma saves from our star man. And PSG have won the Champions League final. Well, he looks on in disbelief. This is the penalty. It wasn't the best penalty, it must be said. But Donnarumma has saved it. He saved PSG. And he's won the Champions League for them for the first time in their history on FIFA. And unfortunately, we will end this season with heartbreak, as PSG will lift the Champions League trophy. They break the hearts of all the Southampton fans who travelled so far to see their team in the final. And it's a desperately sad way to end what has been a phenomenal career mode so far. But thanks everyone for watching, and hopefully I'll see you again next time.